Yo, yo, yo. What's up, peoples? What it do? How was everybody's weekend? Man, we're gonna play Shadows Over Loathing today. I'm gonna finish this game up. I don't know how much time we have left. I don't even really remember exactly what's up, Paul. What's going on, dude? I don't even remember exactly where we were, but we'll figure it out. We weren't very far away from finishing this game. And I need to go ahead and finish it up before we move on to something else. So I was playing that, then Tears of the Kingdom dropped, and I wanted to play that as soon as it dropped, and then I played 2 days of it and was like, I'm not feeling this. And then I moved on and played other stuff too. So I don't remember what did I play right. Man, there was something else that came out there that I played. I don't know, man. But we're going to get back into Shadows Over Loathing today, so we'll finish that up. That way we can say that we've got that all completed and keep pushing forward. So if you didn't hear yesterday, the deal with Grounded right now is that we've gotten very good progression done in that game, but I don't necessarily want to progress without our buddy, and our mod here, Pinky, who we play games with quite often. He's been a big part of the playthrough, and he's hitting day shift this week. Then he's got holiday coming up. Then he's going to have another, he's got afternoon shift, which conflicts with him being able to be around whenever I do gaming. So he's got afternoon shift this week, holiday next week, so he won't be available. And then he'll be doing another afternoon shift once he gets back. But we'll probably try to jump in on some weekend stuff and do some Grounded, something like that. We'll just have to see how it goes. So that's kind of the schedule for now. We'll finish up Shadows Over Loathing, start trying to dive into Tears of the Kingdom, and finish up Grounded as we can throw it in. So that's kind of what we got going on. I guess it's time to go ahead and dive into the news for today, July 3rd. Yeah, let's do that. Let's dive in here. Let's see what we got. First of all, this is what we're listening to this morning. Bullets Per Minute soundtrack. Dope game. Awesome soundtrack. Full of bangers. If you're not familiar with BPM, it is a roguelite first-person shooting rhythm-based game. It's very, very good. Highly, highly recommend. So go check the game out. It's an indie dev too. We love supporting indie devs, so go check it out. We'll go ahead and pause that music and see what we got for the news today, which I forgot to get my tab up. So let's do this. Nice. Perfect. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Vault, how you doing today, buddy? What's going on? Yeah, I saw this. I actually saw this. And I love Mac games. This looks pretty good, actually. Looks pretty solid. Just start doing it up. Just start doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? Nice, dude. Yeah, so revived Mecha RPG classic Front Mission First remake comes to PC. I saw this the other day, and just when I was like messing around on Steam, I was like, oh, that looks pretty solid, dude. So let's take a look at that. Ark Survival Ascended delayed and discounted. This is clickbait. There's no official real stuff. This is like potential information. You can't put a lot of stock in that. I'm not going to dive into it. Razer gaming headset, $80 off this weekend. I'll take a quick peek at that for everybody in case you're in the market for a new headset. Kick makes changes to their platform that are actually good. Not necessarily gaming news, but look, there's a lot of controversy right now and a lot of to do about what's the platform to be on for content creators, right? Um, Obviously, for the longest time, it's been Twitch. YouTube has a platform, but it's not ever been what Twitch is. Kick's really coming into prominence, but there are concerns. It's new. It hasn't had time to bake really. But there's a lot of concerns for a lot of content creators about Twitch. Twitch has, ever since they got, my bad, ever since Twitch, dude, please stop, got bought by Amazon, dude, I'm all tangled up. Hold on. Can we not, please, sir? There we go. Ever since Twitch got bought by Amazon, it's become very sketchy. They keep trying to push content creators further and further down because Amazon needs more and more and more and more and more and more. And it used to be more of a give and take scenario where it was good for both parties, and now it's starting to come off as more of a they keep trying to throw their weight around and get over on content creators. And so there's a lot of content creators trying to determine where's the place to be, right? So I don't know. Let's see what Kick's doing here. Yeah, we talked about this Assassin's Creed thing yesterday. I'll probably have a clip from yesterday's news segment up later today on YouTube about that discussion. I mean, for me, it's gross. I don't know how anybody gets hyped about that. I just don't. To each their own, but for me, it's just too much. The world of gaming is toxic. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Yeah. Thing is, it doesn't have to be. And everybody, I think, has their own definition of toxic. For me, somebody that's been gaming and doing online gaming for a very long time, a lot of people, I think, are overly sensitive. But there's definitely a line to be drawn between online competitive kind of banter and toxic, discriminatory, talk that just really crosses the line. You know, anything that it could be considered hate speech or, you know, into the realm of like prompting people for self-harm, anything like that, dude, is not really, it's, there's no place for it. I think developers are trying to find ways to get away from that. I think what we're starting to see though is, you know, this whole mindset I have about it where I don't see anything wrong with some competitive talk and banter and stuff. But usually what happens when you get into that realm of people having competitive talk and competitive banter and maybe trolling each other out a little bit, quite often there'll be a party in that mix that takes it too far. They can't hold back and they can't help but dive into the toxic side of that. So what we're seeing is a lot of companies get to the point where they're like, well, none of it goes. You can't do any of it, you know? Yo, Chindy, what's up? How you doing? Happy Monday. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's been a toxic place for I mean, the internet in general is just full of toxicity. It's the anonymity that it provides people. You got a funny video you found? All right, word. You can throw it in Discord if you want. Just make sure it's safe for work. You know what I mean? That's all I ask, and just stay within the rules of the Discord. But if you want to throw it in the Discord channel, you can. We like funny videos, man. We already kind of knew about that. We knew about that. We've talked about that. Steam giving away 6 new free games for July. These Steam free games, man, I'm almost getting really tired of the clickbait happening. There are more free games coming about on Steam, but quite often they are not the same quality of free games you get on Epic. Occasionally they will be. Quite often though, they're like mostly negative reviewed games or very, very low positive review games, stuff like that. And most of us that have been on Steam for a while have a backlog of games already that we're not even looking. I mean, like free games are free games. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of it feels just in half of these free games will be like prologues, so it's just like a taste of the game. It's not even the actual full free game. A lot of this feels real clickbait, but we'll see what it is. Interesting. New Switch 2 rumors hint at impending announcement. I'm not one to really dive into it. Look, Nintendo's very, very good at being tight-lipped about anything. We don't even ever find out whenever Nintendo Directs are happening until basically within like 24 hours of them having a showcase. So we're not going to find anything out about the Switch 2 or whatever Nintendo's going to call the next console. I would assume it would be called the Switch 2. The Switch was just too good of a console for them to deviate too far from it. I think it's going to be very similar. I think it'll have upgraded hardware. I mean, it better have upgraded hardware. I think it'll just be a technological evolutionary kind of advancement over the first Switch. What I would hope is that they do something better for Joy-Cons. Those things are so, at least put some, like put some curvature in there, man. Put some ergonomics into those things. They're small enough as it is. Trying to hold on to a little bitty rectangle is just brutal, man. Do something, man, Nintendo. But I've been saying for a while, I think there's going to be a new Nintendo console within the next year to year and a half, basically. And I don't think we're that far away from it. We'll take a dive into this. We probably won't find out much from this article, but I don't think we're that far away. Another Rockstar title recently leaked online? Hmm. Yeah, this is actually what I was saying. We watched the VOD of the Bandai Namco showcase yesterday. It popped off evening for me time zone day before yesterday. So on July 1st. And it was when we watched the VOD, I was expecting some Dragon Ball, especially because they did announce Budokai Tenkaichi 4 earlier this year. And I was surprised that there was no Dragon Ball in the showcase at all. None. None that I remember at all. And that's what I said at the end of it. I was like, wow, that's kind of surprising because you can almost always bank on there being a little bit of some Dragon Ball stuff in the Bandai Namco. And there's a bit of hype around Budokai Tenkaichi 4, a lot of fans of that series. So I don't know, but I mean, if they're not ready to show it, they're not ready to show it. That's all there is to it. We've read about this before. Overwatch 2 players call out unacceptable matchmaking. Yeah. We've read about this recently as well. Let's take a peek at this. There are a lot of Overwatch 2 players that are pretty upset with Blizzard about how the matchmaking is going. But is this a result of bad matchmaking, or is this a result of player base dwindling at certain times during the week? You know what I mean? Um, are they trying to save queue times by matching people up with maybe ranks outside of where they would normally be for matchups? I don't know. We'll take a peek and see what's up. Valve clarifies it doesn't want to discourage games with AI. They weren't trying to discourage games with AI in the first place. You could tell by the way they stated it what they were aiming towards very clearly. Their aim with AI is to prevent plagiarism and prevent people or developers utilizing AI to circumvent the process of creating unique assets for their own projects and then using AI to work off of those assets, which is what I've been saying is how AI should be used the whole time. There are a lot of developers that want to just use AI to go out developing like all these assets and pieces of artwork and things like that for their games. When what that AI does is goes out, it scours the internet for other people's artwork that they don't have the rights to, and then it uses these pieces of unique owned pieces of art, and it mashes them together to create something else, and that's not fair. That should not happen. Those people that this artwork's being created off of, those original pieces, they're not being compensated for this. It's basically stealing, is what it is, and it's plagiarism, and it's Valve's taking a stance, it preventing it from being on their platform to the greatest extent possible. So the way they stated it in everything that I saw initially was absolutely fine. I understood it completely. AI is not something that we're going to see go away in gaming. It needs to be something that's incorporated the right way. That's what they're getting at. Six games that might enchant you in July. Let's see what they're talking about. That is this Exo Primal on 14th, I think? I might try that out, actually. I can't believe any website is actually promoting Jedi Survivor. If anything, I'm sorry, but I would tell everybody that they should be staying away from Arcane as a video game developer. Or Respawn, I mean, not Arcane. Respawn. My bad. Arcane was Redfall.
Only a child
Sorry.
When they sent you off to war.
I mean, you take a look at I mean, this game is horrid. Horrid. Even recent reviews. Recent reviews are still like, this game is not fixed. It's still broken. So bad. And this game was bad across all platforms. I think it's worse on PC, but it was bad on consoles too. And I think it's terrible that you see Oh, you play Dave the Diver Wick? Nice, bro. Nice, dude. I want to play it pretty bad. I want to play. I just don't know where to fit it into the schedule right now. Would have played all night long. Yeah, it looks like a banger, dude. I kind of figured I'd be hooked on it if I started it. I've got to finish up some other games first, though. I got to finish up some other games first. But it looks like a lot of fun. Yeah. Those reviews were funny too, dude. I didn't see that until this morning. I had looked at a lot of like just overall reviews as far as how positive everything was looking for the game, but I didn't see the ones that were stating the submersible stuff, dude. That's pretty funny. Um, Respawn, dude, should be getting obliterated for what they did with Jedi Survivor. This developer, in my opinion, nobody should be buying this game. Nobody should be pre-ordering or buying anything on release from Respawn moving forward. And that should be the result of developers and publishers pushing out games that are broken pieces of crap. Instead of I'll say this, I think it's terrible for IGN to be pushing out articles promoting purchasing the game. I don't care if it's a sell or whatever. I think it's terrible.
Now look at you. The weight of a galaxy.
Love you. How much time did you put into it last night, Wick? Xbox Game Pass's July 2023 games will really appeal. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, we took a look at this yesterday. This game looks sick, man. What was the name of this one? It's something weird. That's why I can't remember it. But this game looks awesome, dude. Trepang 2. Trepang 2. Dude, I'm probably going to play that during Scaretober. It looks great. It's being reviewed very, very well. We looked at we took a deep look at it yesterday. 2 hours. Oh, you finished your mushroom game? Nice. Was it Adorbs? Was it Adorbs, bro? Yeah, it was. Nice, dude. How much game time? How long did it take to finish that one up? How much game time did you get in that? Dude, this is what we were talking about yesterday. Look at this. Can't they just focus on making one effing good game? Fans express disappointment as Ubisoft announces 11 new Assassin's Creed games. I'm going to have an article up later today where we actually were discussing this yesterday. It's actually super just off-putting to see how much they are trying to just. It's so watered down, dude. It's so gross. But I ended up spending the rest of yesterday afternoon and evening with my family, and I didn't get any content done. So today, though, that article will be up on YouTube. 6 to 8 hours worth. Okay, cool. Nice, dude. That's not bad. What was it, like a $20 game, something like that, maybe? Or did you play it on like Game Pass or something? Mm. Go to this last page here. All right, we'll stick with this. We'll stick with these articles. I actually saw this the other day. I'm pretty sure I wish listed it. This looks pretty good. Revived Mecha RPG Classic Front Mission First Remake comes to PC. Take a look. I think it just hit PC. It looks pretty solid though. I love mech games, dude. Switching to night vision. It's a little loud, huh? Sorry. Reach for the controls of your Stompy War Machines, folks, because Front Mission's back. Classic series of Japanese-made strategy RPGs focusing on tactical mech action got a remake release on Switch last year, but just this past week has released on PC. The remake of the 1995 Front Mission by Forever Entertainment has been pretty positively received by fans of mechs and tough tactics who are finally getting a worldwide release of the series. Psycho, what? Early National Treason Day. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's the first I've had anybody refer to the 4th of July as National Treason Day. Yeah. All right. What's up, dude? How you doing? The original games were beloved for their goofily named mechs, the Wanzers. It's technically a contraction of in-world German Wunderpanzers, but really just a very silly word. Say it a few times. Wanzers, Wanzers. Customizing your Wanzers and pilots for the sometimes brutally difficult missions was a highlight. That's all still here, though there are a few real updates here, like difficulty settings apparently. Love those. Also infamous for their pretty dang serious plot lines, where the player was in a real war where neither side was particularly free of sin. To To be clear, this is a 1990s mature game, so not nuanced or deep, but definitely a plot for adults. Both the original's 2 campaigns are included, letting you see both sides of a border conflict between futuristic mega alliances gone quite viciously hot. Remake lets you play in classic mode, featuring the fixed camera angle and soundtrack of the original, or modern mode. Modern mode has a more mobile camera that can zoom in and out, as well as rotate, and a fully reorchestrated soundtrack. To my eyes, this looks like perfect Steam Deck fodder, and a couple early Steam reviewers have said just that. What's perhaps most exciting is that Forever Entertainment has the license for and is, for all appearances, already working on a release for Front Mission 2 and 3. That means we'll get a look at all 3 games, which show conflicts set in the same world as each other, but in different places at different times. Yeah, $35, dude. $35. Epic, GOG, and Steam. Wanzers. Wowzers. Wanzers. So, I'll pull it up real quick. Also, you can play the demo if you want to check it out first, but obviously here's the game. I'll link it. You can see it's on 10% off right now. Just hit on the 30th. But it does look very good. If you're into mech games, tactical games, stuff like that, then you probably enjoy this. But here's the link to the Steam page anyways, and I'll link that article. At work is normal. There you go. There's that article. Yeah, that sucks, dude. The old grind. Ark Survival Ascended delayed and discounted. Survival Ascended was revealed in April as an Unreal Engine 5 powered remaster of the 2015 open world epic, but it served to quickly irritate fans the world over. Yep. It was made clear that current players, regardless of the time and effort they'd sunk into the game, would be forced to completely restart with the release of Ark Survival Ascended. As Ark Survival evolved, the original game will be taken offline. There's a staggering suite of changes coming in hand with ASA, but it's still not enough to placate angry and disappointed fans. It was originally supposed to be released in August of this year, but owing to difficulties presented during the development of this ambitious remaster, it has been delayed to October, and a discount has been applied for some reason. In a recent newsletter post published by Studio Wildcard, the developer behind this dinosaur-packed ecosystem, it was said, quote, after much deliberation, we've decided to delay the launch of Ark Survival Ascended to later this year and ship the title on Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC in October of this year. We found it challenging working with Unreal Engine 5.2, but at the same time, it's incredibly exciting. However, this now means that the impending shutdown of Ark Survival Evolved has been delayed to September. Not that it means anything, as it's just a delay of the inevitable, really. Furthermore, Wildcard stated that the Island and Scorched Earth, a follow-up expansion, will be separated. Then, as 2024 unfolds, more maps will be added, ensuring a post-launch roadmap effectively exists. Yeah, there are a lot of people pissed about this. I don't know why they were so adamant about doing this, honestly. She may kill you, the wife, for working so much. They're making Ark 2. They're making Ark 2. And I know it's not necessarily real close to release or anything, but what's the point in redoing the first one already if you're already working on the second one and you're just going to piss people off by making them start the game all over? It would be different if you were remaking the first one, but people's progress would be able to transfer over into this remade version or whatever. But that's not the case. I don't know what they're thinking here, but it doesn't feel real good for, I think, the community around this game. Anyways, I'll link it if you guys want to take a look. Did you start playing Valheim yet, dude? This Razer gaming headset for PC and PS5 is $80 off this weekend. The Razer Nari Ultimate. It's even more tempting right now because you can get it for an affordable $80 following a $120 discount from Best Buy on its original price of $200. Stocks probably won't last long, so you need to hurry with your purchase if you don't want to miss out. Oh, right on, dude, right on. So, the Razer Nari Ultimate promises high fidelity audio with no lag, THX spatial audio enabling 360-degree sound. Accessory also comes with cushions that are infused with cooling gel and an auto-adjusting headband, which will combine to keep you comfortable even after playing for several hours. The gaming headset also features a retractable microphone for when you need to communicate with your teammates in online games. Let's take a look at this. Didn't review real great by Artings, guys. Check it out. Yeah, SteelSeries Arctics are a standard, dude. They are a bar setting standard for headsets. No doubt. That's actually what I was getting ready to do was compare this with a SteelSeries. So check this out. That's one of the reasons I love this website, Artings. You're talking about a lot of peripherals, monitors, things like that for gaming. Then you can come to this site and you can compare. You can look at. They've got really, really in-depth reviews, and you can compare to other makes and models of things to see how they bounce against or bump up against each other, right? So you can see all this breakdown of like style, comfort. They rate everything, dude. Breathability, controls. They do flipping heat tests, dude. You can see the heat tests for them. Portability, stability, build quality. They take headshots of everything for like the headsets and everything. The noise. They do a complete breakdown of sound profiles and stuff for like bass and mid range, highs, all that, mids, everything. Show the decibel levels. All this stuff. So let's see here. Let's go back here. Let's compare these real quick. Headphones. Compare headphones. So on the left, we'll put the Razors. Can probably just do this. There we go. And then we'll do the let's just do something. Let's not go all the way up with like the Arctis, okay? Well, we'll do something like the 7X wireless, okay? You can see these are the same type, right? Type over ear, enclosure closed back, wireless, yes. Transducer dynamic, noise canceling, no, and mic, yes. So these are kind of the same type, right? But you can see a full comparison breakdown of both of these down here, right? You can even go for, I'll pull this out a little bit. Main differences for sound, neutral sound. The SteelSeries wins over 7.5 over a 7.2 on the Razer. You can go for like wireless gaming, 7.8 on the SteelSeries with an 8.9 battery over the Razer. You know, wired gaming. I don't think they actually do. Either of these have wired? I would have to look and see if they either of them actually have wired. But you can see the entire breakdown, and you can even pull these down too for like they give real concise, nice reviews of each of these different segments, right? Pros and cons. It's a great website, dude. It's a great website. So I mean, even here it looks like you know, I think the Razor, even at an $80 price point, that might be a little rough compared to something else you could spend $80 on that would probably review better. Overall, this is a great website. I highly recommend you guys check out Artings for. They've got all kinds of different stuff. You can see TVs, headphones, monitors, sound bars, mice, keyboards, printers, vacuums, blenders, speakers, cameras, laptops, all kinds of stuff. They might not have a review for every single product out there, but most of them they do. And it's really nice to bump products up together. And their reviews are very, very, very thorough, man. Very thorough. Mm. Well, so some of the Arctics so that's my headset actually does wireless and wired, right? I don't really buy headsets that don't do both. And there are some models across all manufacturers that will do either one or the other or both. And you just have to if you have to just look into it and see what you want. I've even looked at the Steel series. I've got a Sony headset and I love it. I like it. I like this. I got it on a really nice sale. It's a great headset. I love it. I was really close to getting a Steel series, but this one went on sale, significant sale, and I couldn't pass it up. And I really enjoy it. But if I hadn't bought this one, I would have gotten a Steel series set. And I think you just got to pay attention because all manufacturers of headsets, they have different models that sometimes they'll just have wireless, sometimes they'll just have wired, and sometimes they'll have both. You just have to look into it. I'll show you the ones that I have real quick. Well, the reason, so if I'm just going to be sitting here gaming while I stream, I like wired everything. Now, having the option for wireless is really really nice. That's why I like to have most of my peripherals. I want them to have the option of it or whatever. So like if I'm on the go, if I'm traveling or whatever, and I want to take my headset and I don't want to take a cable and I just want to, this has a really nice battery life on it, and I just want to use Bluetooth or whatever, then I like to have that option. But I always have my headset wired while I'm gaming. I just like I mean, wireless has come a long ways, but especially if I'm playing a game like a shooter or something like that, I want to make sure that I'm getting that sound effect exactly the time I'm supposed to. I don't want to have to deal with any kind of potential loss in lag of the sound hitting my ears as it, it was coming through the game because some kind of wireless interference or and even though it's gotten much better nowadays, there's still the potential for it sometimes. So whenever I game at my station, I just always wire up, dude. That's just the way I do things. Let's find these Sonys real quick. I'll show you what I have. Where are they? Jesus, does it? I can't even remember. Um, which ones I exactly have, dude. There they are. I bought these a couple years ago, too. Uh, These guys are the ones I have. So they're just like mid across the board, but for what I got them at the time, they worked very well for me, and I liked them quite a bit. So I stuck with them. They're not going to be like the best set, but dude, I got them at a really good price compared to what they were going for at the time, and so that's what I went with. You can see they're just kind of mid across the board and everything, but that's what I have. I like them all right. They've come out with much more modern models of them and everything since then, and I would go with Steel Series if I was going to get a new set or whatever. But for now, they do the job. They've lasted though too. I'll say that they've they've lasted for me. I've had them for like 2.5 years. Whoop. Well, they might be broke now. No, I'm kidding. 2.5 years now. So I've never had any issues. Still look brand new. I'm gonna briefly take a look at this. Kick makes changes to the platform that are actually good. So you the LG monitor, is it pretty solid though? I mean, LG makes the panels for most monitors nowadays, anyways. Oh, did you had one that like just had a built-in wire? Is that what it was? I had like a built-in wire to the headset. You know, there's another. If you're, I would say this. Looking at either HyperX or SteelSeries, you can't really go wrong. HyperX does a really good headset. So does SteelSeries. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Both of those are supposed to be just banger quality headsets. Of course, they've got all kinds of different makes and models and stuff. But if you're a gamer, I mean, HyperX and SteelSeries are sets that you can't really go wrong with. And you just gotta take a look at the makes and models that you're for what kind of options you're and your budget and everything to see where your entry point is and what you're trying to get out of them. You know. HyperX is supposed to be a solid set too, but I would recommend anybody looking into a new headset. Both of those manufacturers are supposed to be very, very good. Let's see what this is. As the eternal struggle continues between Kick and Twitch, and look, I know this isn't necessarily video gaming news, but this is important stuff for this community and most communities in the live streaming realm right now. So I wanted to touch on this real quick. As the eternal struggle continues between Kick and Twitch, it seems that, at least in social circles, Kick is pulling ahead in the terms of the overall sentiment of users. Recently, Twitch has made some sketchy changes that push more users away from the platform. Kick was effectively there to pick up the pieces and sign some remarkably huge streamers. Now, it looks as though Kick is making good on promises made, ticking boxes the community has requested with aplomb, and bringing about some genuinely decent changes to the platform. Eddie Craven, the CEO of Kick and co-founder of Stake.com, the gambling platform that backs the streaming site, has been very transparent in his views on the development of Kick in general. Let me stop right there for a second. You know, this is one of those things where I hear a lot of people go, I don't know how anybody, you know, could feel comfortable going to Kick whenever a Kick is a a site that's backed by gambling, and it's a site that promotes gambling. And I'm gonna have everybody just like take a beat for a second and consider this. Coming from an individual that, look, the way I look at gambling is, um, I I'm not a gambler. It doesn't appeal to me, dude. It really doesn't. I grew up around gambling, and it's just never been so. I mean, I grew up with accessibility, like gambling, something that's prominent around where I'm from, but it's never appealed to me. but it can be something that's very detrimental to certain people's. It appeals to people, and it's a very addictive thing. So it can be detrimental to people's lives. My big thing is like adults are going to be adults. People, when you become an adult, you've got to figure out what's, you know what I mean? Everything in life, anything can be detrimental if it's used in excess, right? Whether it be something you consume as far as, you know, mind altering substances or actual addictions like gambling or anything like that, right? So, I mean, adults have to learn how to try and consume in moderation. It's not easy. Addiction's not easy. I make it sound easy probably right there, and it's not easy. And that's where I think that what has to happen is first and foremost with gambling in particular, right? I think that the gambling stuff has to be kept away from youth. That's my big thing is keeping gambling away from younger audiences, whether it be loot boxes, gotcha stuff, actual gambling, any of the streams that promote it, ads that promote it, whatever. I think that that's one of those things that really there has to be something centered around trying to keep gambling away from the youth. They're impressionable. They don't understand the ramifications of what it can be as an addictive thing, gambling. And until they've had time to mature and have their brains fully mature and stuff like that, I think it's appropriate to keep children and youth away from gambling as much as possible. At the same time, I think that anything that's going to promote gambling, whether it be actual gambling sites, anything that promotes gambling in a marketing, promotional kind of way, or even loot boxing in video games, gotcha stuff, whatever, there needs to be support systems set up for people to go, look, this has gambling mechanics behind it. It can be an addictive thing for certain people. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel like you can't be helped from continuing to engage in these activities, we have assistance for you. There are help centers you can call. There are people you can talk. I think that is one of the important things is that we try to help people understand that it is something that can be bad, right? So there are just honestly an amount of people that can't help themselves. It's an addictive thing, but I think it's crazy that and this is the other thing I'm going to say. For those people that look at Kick and go, well, anybody that goes there doesn't have good morals or ethics because if you go to Kick, you promote gambling. You need to take a beat and go take a look at what Amazon has done with Twitch. Because all of the promotional stuff, the advertising stuff that is backing Twitch through Amazon is sports betting, which is gambling, man. So the people that do this stuff are kind of being hypocrites, or either that or they're just uneducated about exactly what's going on here. Is it two different things? Kind of, because you're talking about online, actual, on Kick you can actually go like it used to be on Twitch. You used to be able to go to actual electronic slot machine websites and stuff and gamble on there. And look, I mean, you're watching people maybe. I mean, I'm not going to throw names out, okay? But there are some I agree it's scummy because you get people that get these contracts and they're in cahoots with some of these gambling sites and they go, yo, if we're going to give you a contract, we're going to pay you this much money, but you need to come spend this much money gambling on our site. It doesn't matter what you win or lose. We're going to give you this much money anyways. You know what I mean? And this is how much we're going to give you to spend as well. And what it is it's a big scam because they have so many viewers, right? That it gets those other people to go, oh, well, if they're winning, you know what I mean? I can win too. But they have so much money to pump into it where these other people don't. So that part of it is scummy. Don't get me wrong. But gambling is gambling, dude. And for people that just want to sit there on their high horse and act like Twitch and Amazon don't promote gambling stuff as well, sports gambling is flipping huge. And that's what they promote on this side also. So to say that gambling's not promoted here and that people that go to kick are, unethical or unmoral because they're promoting gambling, Twitch is the same thing, dude, in just a different fashion. It's just a different side of gambling, okay? So that's all I want to say about that. I think people need to take a real critical look at and be educated before they start trying to throw shade at other people. I think all the way around, anything that has to do with gambling, people need to have support, available support that might be struggling with these kinds of addictions. That's the big thing. Keep the youth away from it. Give people options for help because it's a detrimental, devastating thing for so many people that can't help themselves, right? It's an addictive thing. It truly is. And some people, it's destroyed their lives. So I think the big thing is like having that available for people as well as just understanding that both of these sites have gambling backing both of them, So, yo. You shake weight jam. On a less serious note, booty baby. What's up, Sy?
Pretty funny, Gabs.
What's up, dude? How are you, man? So to continue here, Eddie Craven, CEO of Kick and co-founder of Stake, the gambling platform that backs the streaming site, has been very transparent in his views on the development of Kick in general. Last week, he spoke about combating view count manipulation and bots on the platform, and just an hour ago, he confirmed that actions have already been taken to move towards these goals. In a post on Twitter, Craven confirmed the viewer count protection has been battered. Tabbing issues have been resolved, which prevents the user from inflating their view count. Chatbot protection has been put in place. I've always hated the fact that there have been, and a lot of content creators do this, but I'm not a fan of. I've never done this. I hate the fact that people bot themselves. They up their view count with bots and stuff. I think it's gross. It seems like cheating. You know what I mean? To all the people out there like that don't do that are really just trying to be legit in this kind of endeavor. The people that do these big inflated bot viewer schemes, you know what I mean? It's really gross. Chatbot protection has been put in place, and most importantly, for some gambling and hot tub streams can now be disabled. That's cool, man. Look, gambling and hot tub streams can be disabled per accounts on Kick, man. Sub ends on Wednesday. You'll have to remind me on Thursday. All right, dude. Yeah. Over the last 48 hours, we've rolled out all the changes mentioned above: better viewer count protection, tabbing issues sorted, advanced chatbot protection, disabling of gambling and hot tub streams. With that said, we're still optimizing all the above even further. Eddie. No, you shouldn't, dude. No. Yeah, like I can't gift it right now. If you remember on Wednesday, send me a message. I won't be live on Wednesday. You know what I mean? I won't be live on Wednesday. So that's the big issue. But if you remember, I'll be working on stuff. It's just I'll need like some kind of reminder to take care of it on Wednesday. I might be able to set myself a reminder. Let me remind me after the news segment, and I'll put a reminder on my phone, and I'll go in on Wednesday and take care of it. Okay. That rando moat win, dude. Yeah. Cool. But no, you shouldn't lose a badge or anything. Even if I took care of it on Thursday, you shouldn't lose a badge. No. But I'll get it on Wednesday, dude. It didn't end there, as Eddie guaranteed that further optimizations are on the way. It's worth stressing that a lot of these ongoing debates surfaced because of Twitch and Kick's handling of gambling streams in totally different ways. There's also been a long-term ongoing debate as to the validity of hot tub streams. While Twitch has in the past promoted hot tub streams and channels to the front page of users the world over, Kick is taking steps to ensure that this content can be blocked entirely from your page. That's flipping awesome, dude. What a great way to address that, right? Sorry. I'll take care of it, dude. I'll get you. Yeah. I mean, what an easy way to address it. Just turn it off. There are ways to hide this kind of content on Twitch, but the process is admittedly not as visible, and it can be a little counterintuitive. It relies on Twitch suggesting the content to you before you can ignore it. Rapid growth. Recently, Eddie Craven also went on to record stressing that Aiden Ross, easily one of the most controversial streamers to emerge in recent years, is a clearly defined brand risk. Look, whenever, we've talked about our community and channel potentially having to, making the decision to move over to Kick at some point, right? I've taken some steps to go ahead and start preparing for that kind of thing to happen. But I will not lie. Aiden Ross being one of the first big personalities to hit Kick was a huge turnoff to me. I am not a fan of that individual. And to be fair, there are a lot of personalities on Twitch also that I don't care for. But what I was seeing was like, it was almost like he was being used as the face of their platform to pull in other people or whatever. And to me, that's not the kind of person that I want to see do that kind of thing. I am not a fan of Aiden Ross, dude. He's literally like the epitome of what our community is not about. You know what I mean? He just. Now I what's crazy is that I almost can't believe. Well, yeah, no, I know. Yeah, no, and that's what I was kind of trying to get at. Is like, I mean, to be fair, there's a ton of people on Twitch, content creators and stuff like that I don't align with, I don't agree with, or anything either. But it was just weird to me to look at Kick and what they were doing and have this individual be kind of the face of it. And for me, it was just kind of a turnoff. That's all I'm getting at. That's why I said it like that. Yeah, I mean, I guess that could happen. But I mean, you know me, dude. I'm not one for the drama or anything either. But I mean, if it happens, it happens, I guess. But he just, I mean, you can look into it. He just comes off as a very ignorant individual to me that is spewing hate a lot, and it's one of those kinds of situations, if you know what I mean. Yeah, basically, Cash. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe Vault, maybe so, but also maybe not. I mean, this is the thing that's concerning to me is like, does Kick just end up turning into the same thing? And what's up, Kaz? It's good to see you, buddy. Does Kick just end up turning into the same thing that Twitch is now? I hope not. But if we see it happen all too often, right? I'm glad there's competition. Glad there's competition. Yeah, I would just say look into it. But yeah, I mean, it's not like there aren't any people on this platform too. It's just I think the dynamics a little bit different because of it being a new platform and him being like the face of it there for a bit. I don't even know if he still is or whatever, but um, it was. Let's read the rest of it. It was a transparency move that gained Craven a little respect from the prospective users that avoid the platform because it's being actively promoted by the likes of Aiden Ross. Yeah. Oh, and Kick recently claimed that it has reached 10 million active accounts in just 7 months. Highlighted that it took Twitch 5 years to reach the same figure. I mean, we're in a whole different era of content creation compared to Twitch's origin period, but it's still impressive. Um, yeah, so this, I think, one of the big fears for a lot of people were like, is this just Mixer version 2? You know? Is this just Mixer version 2? Right, right. Yeah, Kicks all is kind of already Twitch except for the payouts, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, I knew what you meant. Well, look, here's the thing. Like, I don't ever want anybody um, moving out of this community into somebody else's community to create conflict. That is, you shouldn't ever do that. Um, I just I just know that Aiden Ross, from everything that I've seen of that individual, and I don't know how much of it is an act for him or I mean, a lot of it comes off as truly who that individual is, but he just comes off as somebody that's far about as far off aligned from what our community is supposed to be about as possible. Not an individual that's accepting of other people's differences. Um, just very ignorant about many things in the world, topics in the world. Speaks ignorantly about them, um, and just has like a toxic viewpoint on a lot of stuff. And for me, that's very off-putting. You know what I mean? But I do not want people going out of this community and going into his community and starting crap. You know what I mean? Absolutely not. Because that doesn't solve anything. You know what I mean? That's not it doesn't look good on anybody else. It doesn't solve anything. You know what I mean? Um, all it's doing is promoting the same kind of toxic nature. That's not what we're about here, man. You know? Yeah, I'll kind of it's there are better ways to go about trying to open people's eyes about things and educate people on things. Rather than just fighting toxicity with toxicity. You know what I mean? There's enough of that in the world, man. We don't need more of it. So I think that I mean honestly, the more I hear about Kick and the more I learn about Kick, and the more interesting it is for me as a platform. Twitch is getting really scary and it's really gross, and you know, it's I've loved it. I've been a part of Twitch as a viewer for well, over a decade now, and now I've been a content creator for over 2 years on Twitch, but it's it's a scary place, I think, with what Amazon's trying to do to it. And I mean, I'd say that there's a pretty solid chance we'll end up having to move over to Kick at some point in the future if it continues to progress pretty well over there. It's probably going to be worth the change. I've done some work already. It's not extensive yet, but I've got preparations already kind of flowing for that change if need be. So we'll see. But yeah. It looks like they're actually doing pretty well, and they're probably going to be here to stay. Which is good. Competition's good. Steam giving away 6 new free games for July. We've already talked about this, I think. Tim Showdown, we already knew about that. Yep. We've already kind of hit on this. Look, as of July 2nd, anyone with a PC, a Steam account, and a song in their heart can grab the following 6 games: Doomsday, Last Survivors, Dust and Aliens, Monsters Domain, Spirital, Soccer Kids, and Swelter. They've got, we've looked at these. These free Steam games are not the same thing that Epic normally does for us. Take a look. See what you think. But, I mean, free games are free games. You can't really complain about that, right? Don't get me wrong. But new Nintendo Switch 2 rumors hint at impending announcement. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of been on this. I thought that Nintendo would be releasing a new console within the next year to year and a half. We will not find out about this, I don't think, until Nintendo's ready to tell us. But Nintendo fans have been wondering when the console manufacturer is going to announce the Switch 2 for several years now. It's overdue. While Nintendo hasn't had anything official to say on the matter just yet, a new series of rumors have popped up on Twitter that seem to point towards Nintendo announcing the follow-up to the best-selling Switch. As always, you'll once take any rumors, especially around the next Switch, with a massive dose of skepticism. Again, rumors have been flying around. Yeah, dude, for a while. That's what I keep saying. You know, like, we had somebody, people talking about it's going to be on par with PS4. So, like, quite possibly. The thing that they have to juggle, everybody needs to know, the thing that Nintendo has to juggle is modern hardware with price point. So you look at what the Steam Deck is and what you have to pay for the Steam Deck, and then you look, and I'm comparing these devices because they're as about as similar as it gets to what Switch will be, right? You look at what the Steam Deck is price point wise and hardware wise, which we're talking 2 to 3 year old hardware in there now, and what the ROG Ally is, right? ROG Ally, and these are obviously both PC gaming consoles, but as far as hardware goes, it gives you a pretty good idea of what Nintendo is going to have to do here. So the ROG Ally, being brand new hardware and top of the line hardware for a mobile gaming device, sits at like a $900 to $1,000 US price point. Nintendo does not want its consumers paying that. I guarantee it. Oh yeah, Cash, what was that? So I really don't think that Nintendo will want its customers paying over $500, $600 tops for a new console. Meaning that, yes, it will have new hardware, but it won't be necessarily top of the line hardware. Not like you would see in like the ROG Ally, right? So it'll be very good, but it won't be the absolute best. They've got a juggle on their hands. They've got to figure out the best price point for consumers at the best kind of hardware they can get in at that price point and still make money. That's another thing they've got to, that's what they're trying to do. So it'll obviously be a huge upgrade over the now 8-year-old hardware in the current Switch, right? But these rumors mostly stem from @InWeedle on Twitter. They claim that development kits have officially arrived in Spain. On top of that, they liked a YouTube video that says they are using the Pro controller with the dev kit, not the controllers because they do not want it to leak under any circumstances. As you can see, if that's true, we're likely relatively close to an announcement. Not that Spanish studios would take a backseat to other countries, but if a dev kit is in Spain, it's likely in the hands of most of Nintendo's partners. If that's the case, we're probably, as InWeedle says, in the last stages before the console's presentation. Okay. InWeedle has had some successful leaks previously. Yeah, I didn't figure we'd be too far away, but we will not find out till Nintendo's ready. They are really, really good at keeping things under wraps. So it'll be interesting to see what we get. I don't think it's going to be too much different than Switch was, or Switch is, right? Um, Outside of hardware upgrades, meaning probably higher resolution screen, um, better in just hardware all the way together, but more RAM, um, more modern technology as far as graphics processing, um, just processing processor, CPU inside, better battery probably, that kind of thing. I would love to see them actually put some ergonomics behind the just default Joy Cons and stuff like that, you know. But we'll see what happens. I don't think they're going to change it too much from what the Switch was or is. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, and it's overdue in my opinion. So hopefully it comes sooner rather than later. Honestly. But another thing that people have been, let's talk about this. Another thing that people have really been wondering and is like kind of speculating about is like, what's going to be the first game that comes out with it? What's going to be the first game that comes out with Switch 2? New Donkey Kong? Maybe? What about a new Mario Kart, dude? Oh, yeah. That's funny, Cash. Well, I think that depends, Jerry. I don't think. I mean, I think that. I mean, for me being what's up, Jerry? It's good to see you, buddy. I think for me being a just a gaming enthusiast, I always want my console. I hold on to all my consoles. I always want them to be in working order and everything too. So, but if you're juggling like a budget and everything, it would depend on how much it would cost to get the original Switch fixed. If you can't do it yourself, or if you have to buy parts, or it depends on what's wrong with it, what it would take price wise to get it fixed, as opposed to what the new Switch coming out will cost. I really think that you're probably looking somewhere around $450 to $550, give or take a little bit there for the next Nintendo console. So it just depends on is money an obstacle? If not, fix your original Switch because it's a great console, and I don't know, probably get the new one if you want it. If it is an obstacle, you're gonna have to figure out what works best for you. Well, yeah, I know, Cash. Yeah, well, and that's kind of what I was thinking too. I mean, so obviously Zelda's off the table, right? So they'll be ported over because they want everybody to pay again. Yeah, everybody pay again for Zelda, okay? We know you own it on the first Switch, but pay again to own it to be able to play it on the next one too, okay? We know that was the whole aim behind Nintendo releasing it on this version of the Switch anyways. Double dip, right? This is the scumminess of Nintendo. Uh I don't know. I don't see that. I don't see that honestly. Not that it won't happen in the future or whatever, but I don't know that I see that being the release title. I don't know why. It just doesn't. I just don't see it for some reason. We haven't had Donkey Kong Country for a while. Could be a Donkey Kong Country game. Um, I mean, dude, people would lose their mind. Don't get me wrong, Cash. People would lose their mind. Like an Ocarina of Time remake. But we haven't had Donkey Kong Country in a while. Mario is always a lock for a release title, right? Just a second, Jerry, and I'll talk to you about that. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's exactly what I was just saying. Yeah, for sure, no doubt about it. Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that notion. Bro, that's what's funny, Cash, about the whole Super Mario RPG remake is, dude, I've been asking for that for years. I have been asking. That's my favorite Mario game of all time. I've been asking for Super Mario RPG forever, dude. Like when are we gonna get Super Mario RPG like remake, dude? And they finally did it, and I'm like, holy crap, thank God. Like I can't wait, dude. That's so hype for me, dude. Um, Never played it. Oh my god, dude! It's a flipping banger, dude. It's a great flipping game, dude. I can't believe that it took them this long to make another. Or to like, I want them to make another one too. Like, I'm so glad the remake's coming out. But Jesus, I mean, Super Nintendo, dog. Super Nintendo and that game, dude. People love that game. That's a long flipping time, dude. Um, but that's not the only. I mean, it's been a long time for a lot of games like F-Zero. People loved F-Zero. Like what? When was the last Star Fox, dog? You didn't know about Super Mario RPG, dog? What? Wait, what? No, wait, Paul. Yeah, you did. Don't do that. What? What? I was gonna say. I thought you were. Yeah, I was like, you're trolling, dude, because of what happened in here, right? Yeah. Um, News on the new Dave the Diver game. Yo, Jerry, Wick played it. Wick played it last night. Yeah, nice vault. Yeah, Wick played it last night. Said it was very good. I want to play it very soon. It's looking like a banger, dude. Yeah, it's looking very good. Wick played it for a couple hours last night and said it was really good, man. Um, Funny enough, he actually sent me some screenshots last night where there's a bunch of reviews for the game talking about basically memeing out about the whole submersible thing. Yeah, it's so crazy, dude. Hey, yo, Cash, did you see this, dude? Yo, check this out. I don't know how many people saw this meme that I found, but check this. You guys see that? I showed everybody yesterday. I'll have to look it up, Jerry. I think it might just be Steam right now, but you see that, Cash? Mario Baseball and Wind Waker remake, right on. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of like um talk about like what's going to be the first game. So look, to be fair, Mario Kart 8 is still just slamming copies, dude. It's still just killing copies. And I don't know why they would do another one right now when it's the 8's doing so good. But look, Mario Kart 8 is like 9 years old now. Got him, dude. Nice, Cash. That's weird, dude. I'll look it up in a second, Jerry. Um, the Mario Kart 8 is like, I mean, that was a Wii U game, guys. That's not an original Switch game. That's the same thing they did with Zelda right now. They brought it out on the Wii U, had people pay for it on the Wii U. Then when the Switch came out, they had people buy it again on the Switch. That game still sells a ton of copies. So when's the next Mario Kart? You know what I mean? Oh, there you go. Yo, thanks, Vault. Thanks, buddy. Yo, Jerry, right there in chat. Vault's got the hookup for you. Yo, let's pull that up real quick. I thought that I saw where it was going to be coming to consoles and stuff. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I'll actually read into that too. Thanks, Vault. Awesome, bud. So, I don't know. I mean, I kind of figured it would be a Mario game, but I don't think Donkey Kong's out of the question either. It's been a while for a Donkey Kong game, so who knows? Who knows? But I don't think it's that. I don't think we're that far away from the Switch, too. I really don't. It's needed, dude. That hardware being 8 years old, being mobile hardware, it hasn't aged super well. The Switch console is a banger, dude. It's really, really good, but it's definitely aged, and it's time. Um, GTA 6 announcement may not happen anytime soon, as another Rockstar title recently leaked online. While the entire gaming community awaits a definitive news on GTA 6, several insiders have reported that Rockstar Games may not announce this title this year after another title from the popular American gaming studio was leaked online. Red Dead Redemption has recently been re-rated in Korea. Based on previous similar instances, the player base is confident that it will receive a remaster. Yeah. Okay. That's usually the case. Again, if you're not familiar, so most of the time, games get rated in certain parts of the world before they'll get rated here. Or they'll get rated in certain parts of the world before other parts of the world. And that's how we find out that games are kind of coming to us. So it's always the case. It's like we saw with what is it, the Solid Snake stuff, all that. We saw it get rated before it got announced. And it's like, oh, dude, it's coming, Vault Detective, okay. Are you changing your name? And so usually it's like Korea, Brazil, it'll happen sometimes. Things like that, where these games will get rated first in certain countries like that before anywhere else. Maybe. All right. So it does look like, though, that's a pretty good indication we're getting Red Dead Redemption Remaster coming to us, guys. Red Dead Redemption has been re-rated for console on June 15th, 2023 by the Korean Game Rating and Administration Committee, as spotted by Reddit user New Camel 5219. The 2023 rating seems to have the words body damage added in the violence section compared to its original. While the act may not appear significant for the GTA series, many insiders have reported that the Korean authority only makes changes to an existing game if it's getting a remake or a remaster. All right. Not official, but we'll have to keep our eyes and ears open to see what comes from Rockstar on this front. I mean, look, everybody wants GTA 6. It feels like everybody besides me, really. Dude, I used to play the Grand Theft Auto games like religiously. I loved those games back in the day, but I didn't play 5, really. I played it just a dabble, dude. That's it. And I don't know. 6, it's like 6 is so hyped, it's turning me off. Almost. It feels like 6 is so hyped, it's just like almost a turn off for me. Because it's anything that comes up about GTA 6 turns into, it's like just a volcano. It looks like Red Dead Redemption Remaster is probably going to be hitting us, dude. That's what this is talking about. Red Dead Redemption got re-rated in Korea, man. So it's looking like the remaster is probably going to be hitting. Yeah. Know about Skate 4? Yeah. Skate 4. Yeah. I'll tell you this. I own the first Red Dead. Yeah, I mean, I've got the second one too, but I haven't played it yet. Did you ever play Bully? Bully was a dope Rockstar game too, and there's been a lot of requests to have Bully either remade or a sequel brought in for Bully. Red Dead was a banger, dude. It was so good. Yeah, I know about Skate 4. We've touched on it a little bit. This is one I'll tell you should look into if you like skateboarding games, man. Um, Hellskate looks dope, but Skate Story is the one that I'm really looking forward to. So take a peek at this. This game, I cannot wait for this to release. Check this out, Jerry. Check that out, dude. If you like skate games. Here we go, guys. This is some of the same crap we've been hearing out of the Overwatch matchmaking stuff for a little bit now, but I'm pretty sure anyways. Overwatch 2 players call out unacceptable matchmaking for creating one-sided games. Yeah. It's like there's a difference. What we were hearing before was like there's a difference between like the weekly and the weekend matchmaking stuff going on in Overwatch. Um, I don't know exactly what's causing it, besides probably a lack of player base for certain ranks or something. But Overwatch 2 players continue to discuss the issues with matchmaking. They claim that matches are one-sided affairs, that it's rare to get a game that feels evenly matched. The Overwatch 2 community and the player base have dealt with a myriad of troubles in recent weeks, which include weird visual bugs and an unplayable hero. However, one issue that has been brewing for months has been matchmaking. Recently, the Overwatch 2 community has opened up yet another conversation on it and the problems with finding competitive games that feel, well, competitive. On Reddit, a user by the name of IceCuter commented on the problems that currently face Overwatch 2's matchmaking system and the competitiveness of the game as a result. The Overwatch 2 player, who claims to be Master 2 ranked, stated that over a 40-game span, very few have been competitive and wound up being stomps. Rather than back and forth affairs that feature strong players from the Master rank, these matches, per the original poster, have been anything but that. The sentiment was shared by many within the Overwatch community. One Overwatch 2 user agreed and shared a similar experience. For the past 3 days, my group and I have been getting stomped on for 5 games in a row. Then we have one good win, then we get on another losing streak. The matchmaking is genuinely awful. Another player briefly summed up the difficulties with finding competitive matchups in 2 sentences. Game is nothing, but your turn to get stomped simulator since OW2 launch literally doesn't matter how good or bad you play. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not an easy thing for a lot of developers, right, Cash? This is not the first time Overwatch 2 players have had issues with matchmaking. Earlier in the year, a similar viral post on Reddit in which Platinum and Diamond players declared that they have played with lower ranks on a regular basis and vice versa. That's what we read earlier, right? The discussion surrounding Overwatch 2's matchmaking comes on the heels of several other news stories that have arisen from the franchise in recent days. In competitive play, Flashpoint mode won't be available at launch as the development team works out the kinks. And several content creators provided feedback on the new PvE missions that are set to be released later this summer. Yeah, so to be fair, matchmaking systems vary greatly between different games that have competitive modes. And none of them ever alleviate all the concerns or appease all the players within those communities. Let's be fair. You can't ever please everybody. And they all have their different pros and cons, right? But I've been reading a lot of stuff about Overwatch 2 in particular, where it does seem like, I mean, so I don't know what rank you're at, Cash. And is it almost seems like it has to be some kind of issue of, you know, I mean, you would hope, this is what you would hope. You would hope, and this is perfect world though, and it's not going to work this way, right? Yeah, a lot of games have crap matchmaking, no doubt. Perfect world is that like at like say you're at a certain rank and there aren't enough people to match make at that rank, you're going to pull in ranks either right below or right above you, right, to match make in there. Um, but perfect world is that you're going to have enough player. That's the big issue is the player base there, right? You got to have enough player base there for enough people that are trying to queue up together to play to match up, right? And if there isn't enough, and I think everybody knows that the higher the rank you are, the less people are up there to match with, right? And that's always been one of the biggest issues for matchmaking. The higher the rank you are, the less, and especially if you're playing like during the week, weekends tend to be better normally for gaming competitively. But during the week, especially during the daytime for your region or whatever, then it gets really bleak, right? Because people are working or they're caught up in life stuff. Whereas evening time, it tends to get better. Weekend times tend to get better. It varies, right? So it's a difficult thing to do. But I do think that, it's like, it's one of those things that I think developers have to juggle, and it's not an easily addressable thing. Do you let high ranking people just sit in a queue for 5 to 10 minutes on end, waiting for other people of the same rank to join up for a match? Because nobody wants to be sitting in the queue that long, right? No, all of us game players, dude, or most of us game players anyways, we're very impatient, dude, right? We're impatient people. we want that action, dude. And so sitting there in a queue for 5 to 10 minutes means you're going to go play a different game. You're not going to be sitting there playing. So what's the other option? Developers go, okay, well, if there are not enough people of the same rank queued up, go to these other ranks that are close, right? Yo, Cranky Ultimatum. Yo, what's up, friendo? How you doing? So go to these other ranks that are close. If there's one above, if there is a rank above, go to the rank above, go to the rank below, and see if there's anybody queued up and pull them in. If there's nobody there, go a step above that and a step below that. So it just keeps spanning higher and lower till they pull in enough people, because they don't want people sitting there queued up forever, because they know that's going to result in people leaving their game, right? It's a rough thing to address for developers, right? Yeah, started with a fart. Yeah, that's a great way to come into the channel. Yeah, no doubt. Yo, good, Cranky. Yeah, yeah. Welcome in. Happy Monday, buddy. Good to have you. So, I don't think there's like a perfect solution. A big part of it's like, do you have enough player base? If your player base is not there, then you're obviously at a much more of a disadvantage for finding good competitive matches in whatever, whether it be Overwatch 2 or Call of Duty or whatever game you want to play, right? But it does help for a developer to have a good matchmaking system implemented, whether it be rank based, skill based. It depends on what the way the game's developed and how they implement that stuff. But they need to have a good backbone for the matchmaking system. But none of them are flawless, right? Yeah, Cranky. Yeah, yeah. Hey, thanks, Cash. Ah. Bro, I'm actually on my way to looking like this the way I've been eating, dude. Like permanently. Thanks, buddy. Here are the 6 games that might enchant you in July. What, Cranky? Yeah, I had a filter on. This is my real face, dude. Sorry, I know it's scary, but Halloween will be here soon. Creepy pasta vibes. Yeah, dude. Yeah. He said, yo, what? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. We do Scaretober in this channel too, so I'll play horror games all month. It'll be a good time. I put a bunch of scare alerts in, and I make them real loud so you guys can creep me out while I'm playing and stuff. It's a lot of fun. This will be the 3rd Scaretober. It'll be good times. We've already got a bunch of games we're lining up right now to play. It'll be good stuff. Cash. Here are 6 games that might enchant you in July 2023. News on games. The PS4 isn't dead. Here are 6 games that might enthuse you in July. We know that one of the games I'm planning on playing is the Capcom. Oh, bro. I'm blanking it right now, too, with the exosuits and everything. Trails into Reverie in the Legend of Heroes. We saw this yesterday. Um, yeah. Saw that, Cranky. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. Is anybody gonna go watch that? The Five Nights at Freddy movie? I probably won't go watch it, dude. But it's interesting. It's interesting. I wonder how good it's gonna be. You guys think it'll be good? I want to see the. You know what I'm actually interested by is I never really played the Five Nights at Freddy game, so it's not a big deal for me. But I hope it's good because I love horror movies. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured too, Cranky. Yeah, I'm a big horror movie fan though, so um, I'm interested in how good it'll be. I hope if it's good, I'll check it out. Um, I'm interested in like the Twisted Metal show. The Twisted Metal show looks like it's going to be a riot, and just the trailers I've seen so far look really funny. The other thing we talked about here recently is the rumors that apparently they're trying to cast The Rock to play Kratos in the God of War adaptation. Um, yeah, me too, Cranky. Yeah, they're few and far between. You know what I mean? But thanks, Ike. Nice. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, we got a bunch of clips from Scaretober and stuff, man, over the past couple years. But I mean, what I've been saying is that, and it's funny, we hit an article the other day, and I started talking about this before we read the article, but the article also talked about there are other people that feel the same way too. I think that Dave Bautista, would be a better Kratos than The Rock, dude. Uh, Personally, I would rather see Dave Bautista play Kratos than The Rock, man. Yeah, that's right, Jerry. That's right. Um, so we already saw about Trails into Reverie, the Alchemist of Salberg remake of Altier Marie, unexpected remake of a legendary game released on the very first PlayStation less than 25 years ago, establishing a new franchise. Atelier Marie, an unreported niche game which had never arrived in Europe at the time. Great opportunity to rebuild your culture unless you love JRPGs. July 12th for PC, PS5, Switch, PS4. Lost Signals and Oxenfree 2. Yo, this is going to be on Switch, PS4, PS5, PC. Look, this is also going to be on Netflix, guys. Okay, so Oxenfree 2. The first one was a hit, man. A lot of people are psyched about Oxenfree 2. This is going to be on Netflix. So if you're not looking to buy this, what is July 12th, right? Yeah, July 12th. If you're not looking to buy this on a platform and you want to try it out first and you already have a Netflix subscription, you can play this on Netflix, all right? Okay, so here's the thing, Cash. I know you're kind of trolling a little bit. Does Bautista's personality work better than The Rock's? I would say that Bautista has actually played more deeper emotional characters that have required a deeper dive into emotional kind of roles than what The Rock normally does. You gonna be able to get Jason Momoa to cut that hair, dude? Oh, okay. Okay. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. Uh Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude. You haven't played God of War, bro. I cannot recommend enough people play 2018's God of War. I haven't played Ragnarok yet. 2018's God of War is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, dude. It is amazing. And I can't recommend enough that you play it on Give Me God of War difficulty. If you want a really good experience, play it on Give Me God of War difficulty. I think that it fits Dave Bautista better than it does The Rock, dude. Personally, I think that Dave Bautista fits the role of Kratos better than The Rock does. Personally, yeah. Yes, it does. Give me God of War difficulty from the beginning, dude. Absolutely. Sony Santa Monica better than Nintendo, dude. Yeah, we'll look at Dave the Diver, Jerry again. It's not for me. Obviously, yeah. Yeah. Exoprimal, this is the other one. Yeah, we'll look at Dave the Diver. We've got this article up, man. We'll look at it at the end, okay? All right, Jerry? Like to unlock my master modes. I know you do, bro. I know. Exoprimal, this is one I'm probably going to try. It releases on like the 14th, I think. It's a Capcom game. And look, I've said this. I think Capcom of AAA developers, we've seen so much bad stuff from AAA developers over the past like year. There are still some good ones out there doing good work. I think I continue to say like Capcom. It feels like Capcom continues to do great stuff as a developer and a publisher. Tango's doing great stuff, but there are a lot of them out there that aren't doing good stuff. And Exoprimal looks interesting. So I'll probably try it out whenever it releases. If you haven't seen what Exoprimal is, it's basically exosuits, so like mech suits, exosuits, and dinosaurs falling out of portals. So you get on a team of like 4 to 5 other people playing. You're taking on big mobs of dinosaurs, and you're taking on other teams of people in exosuits and stuff too. Turok 2077, basically something like that. So Capcom has been steadily developing new designs, and above all, does not rest on its old franchises. For the time being, Exoprimal is a rather unique experience. We are here in a completely different and futuristic world with tens of thousands of dinosaurs to confront in a horrible mess. July 13th, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, I think S as well, PS4, and Xbox One. It's going to be an Xbox One? What? Okay. But it is going to be on Game Pass as well, guys. Also on Game Pass. 2023 Formula One Manager. For this F1 Manager 2023, the formula is beginning to be well established and mastered. You will not be able to drive a Formula One, but you will be able to make crucial decisions before and during the 23 races on the program. This releases on July 31st. PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One. Telltale series of The Expanse. The Expanse, a narrative game inspired by the iconic television series, was hordes of people going to waste a decade ago. Despite many internal difficulties, Telltale finally closed down and canceled all its projects, except that it was saved by an investor. Right. So it looks like PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, and Xbox One on July 27th, all right? So some of the games coming here in July. Additionally, perfect solution for Kratos. Make Kratos a woman. Profit on the PC woke culture. Vote for Kratos. Charlize Theron. I've got you one better, dude. I'll do you one better. RuPaul. Let's make RuPaul play Kratos. Perfect. How woke is that? If you want woke, that's like woke squared, dog. Xbox Game Pass's July 2023 games will really appeal to fans of one genre. Xbox Game Pass only has a few games currently confirmed for its July 2023 lineup. 3 of them will appeal to fans of one particular genre. Delivering just over 10 games on average per month, it's only natural that Game Pass has quite the eclectic library of video games. Yo, you're right, Cash. Just make me Kratos? There's no way, dude. No, it wouldn't work. I'm too fat, dude. I'll be. I can be fat Kratos, kind of like there's fat Thor. I'll be fat Kratos. That'll work. Thick Kratos, okay? Thick Kratos. Heading over to Game Pass today. This was probably yesterday. 23 hours ago, yeah. Tingle? All right. I'll take it. So yesterday, Game Pass presented players with well over 100 individual titles, covering just about every corner of the gaming ecosphere imaginable. First-person shooters, action-adventure games, RPGs, strategy titles, indie games, AAA games, and everything in between. Xbox Game Pass's June 2023 lineup showed the perfect example of this diversity with racing games like Need for Speed Unbound, horror games like Amnesia the Bunker, which is supposed to be very good. We're going to play that in the Scaretober. And puzzle games like Stacking, all coming to the service during the month. Though only 6 games have been confirmed for Xbox Game Pass's July 2023 lineup, looking like another solid month for the subscription service, albeit one that's catering to fans of one genre in particular. Yeah, we've seen a lot about this. City building strategy fans. Of the 6 games currently confirmed for the July lineup, 3 of them are geared specifically toward fans of the strategy genre, in particular fans of city builders. So the first Game Pass July game is Arcade Paradise. Comes to the service on July 3rd. Originally released last August, it sees players build and manage their very own retro arcade. It was reviewed fairly well. Drenched in early 90s flair, it follows the same normal conventions of city builder strategy genre, tasking players with slowly building up their arcade from just one cabinet to a whole complex full of them. The big hook of Arcade Paradise is that between all the management chores, players get to actually play the arcade games they purchase, sometimes even with local and online friends. The next one is Tectonica, releasing on July 18th. Takes the gameplay of something like Deep Rock Galactica, giving it a management sim city builder overhaul. It tasks players with mining for resources and building their own factory with the eventual goal of making enough machines to automate the whole process. The more machines the player has, the more tools and resources they have at their disposal, and the deeper they can excavate. Last city builder strategy game arrives on the July 20th, and this is The Wandering Village. This is The Wandering Village screenshot right here. Released back in September of last year, The Wandering Village is a bit more of a traditional city building game, one set on the back of a gigantic walking colossus. Wandering Village players not only need to complete all the usual tasks expected from a city builder, like creating enough housing and resource points for the population, but they also need to do this alongside building a relationship with the creature they reside on, ensuring that it doesn't see the villagers as parasites it needs to get rid of. With expansive research trees, multiple biomes, and tons of varying challenges to throw at the player to keep them on their toes, The Wandering Village is an excellent city builder and strategy game. So there you go. If you're into some strategy city building kind of game genres, then Game Pass might be a good month for you for Game Pass. I'll link it. Davey, what up? What's going on, buddy? Last article I have for the morning, unless anybody has anything else you want to talk about or add before we move on and start trying to get back into Shadows Over Loathing. We're going to finish that game up before we dive into Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm close to finishing this game, but I started it a while back, and I need to finish it up. So since we're putting our gameplay of Grounded kind of on hold for a bit while we wait for Pinky to get back from working afternoon shift and holiday, then I'm going to finish up Shadows Over Loathing, dive into Tears of the Kingdom, and if we can throw in a little bit of Grounded to finish that up, because we're not too far away from finishing that, I don't think either, then we'll get that summed up before we start diving into what should be August and September Fallout New Vegas playthrough, along with some new game releases like WrestleQuest, Lies of P, maybe. There's some other things coming out that I really want to play. We might try out Exoprimal this month. We got some other stuff going on. It's going to be some good stuff, man. And that's all before we hit Scaretober in October, all right? Final Fantasy 12. You've been playing Final Fantasy 12, right? That's what's up. It's good to see you, buddy. So Dave the Diver, PS5, PS4, Switch, Xbox release date is it coming to consoles? We'll watch this trailer if you guys aren't familiar. So Dave the Diver is a game that hit early access back in November of last year, and it's been overwhelmingly reviewed very, very, very well. Basically, you're a scuba diver. You are doing spearfishing. It's an RPG where you're also trying to basically help a sushi bar out. I think there's all kinds of wildness going on in here. But I'll let you look at the trailer after we read a little bit of this, okay? I'm really, really interested in getting this on our schedule. I want to play this. Harvest Moon Classics? Absolutely, dude. That's why I want to play Stardew so bad. I haven't ever played Stardew, but I was a big Harvest Moon player back in the day, and basically Stardew is like Harvest Moon on steroids, man. Dave the Diver console release date is highly anticipated. Many are hoping to play the cult hit. The marine adventure Dave the Diver is set in the enigmatic Blue Hole. Explore the ocean with Dave during the day and operate a sushi restaurant in the evening. Discover the secrets of the Blue Hole and unravel the mystery set in the depths of the ocean involving 3 companions with distinct personalities. Many are wondering if the Dave the Diver is coming out on consoles, so here's everything we know. We'll watch this. This is going to be the trailer. I'll watch this in a moment, but it is confirmed for console release. The official launch trailer... In the official launch trailer, developer Mint Rocket confirmed that Dave the Diver is coming to Switch sometime this year. No official release date yet, though. No confirmation the game will get released on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, or Xbox Series X and S. Devs haven't ruled it out, but as of now, it's exclusive to PC and Switch. With this news, Switch players can get ready to jump into the underwater world of Dave the Diver, which is full of fun and exciting things to do. The move to console shows that Mint Rocket is expanding beyond PC gaming, which will give them a bigger audience and may provide them with new ways to make games in the future. Nice. Yo, Vault, thank you very much, dude, for finding this article, buddy. No release date yet for the Switch, but check this out, guys, if you haven't seen this. This game looks super good,
an interesting little human with a precarious love for the sea. He spends his days diving the chilling depths of a mysterious blue hole. And when he isn't merely surviving or rummaging resources, he's often found snapping photographs, racing seahorses, farming, and really anything that grabs his attention. It's this gluttonous appetite for adventure that gets him into all kinds of unique situations. Luckily, he's at the top of his game and at the top of the food chain. Oh boy. I suppose even the most voracious hunters have their off days. The sun sets as the vibrant lights of a sushi bar gleam over the ocean. Dave, still hard at work, is faced with the most ravenous of species, patrons. And while cooking, serving, and pouring drinks...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was telling me about it. Cash, yep.
Unequivocally crucial to his survival.
Because I've been talking about this game for a few days now.
The Blue Hole is home to unimaginable secrets. And with
I really want to fit it into my schedule. I just got to find a good time to do it.
There's no telling what he may encounter. Dive in and guide Dave through the dangerously dark depths of the daunting deep sea. Dave the Diver.
Game looks dope. Well, he said he finished his little mushroom game too, and he said that was pretty good. Yeah. So that's Dave the Diver, guys. On Steam right now, just released in full access. And it's reviewing very well. I mean, check this out. It's on sale right now too, 18 bucks. But it's almost 16,500 reviews. Again, This was hit early access back in November, but if you take a look at the time span, so just over the past like 5 to 6 days of hitting full release, it's had over 4,000 reviews, and the deluxe version, what was it? It's I think some like skins here. So you get the it's a boat with a unique boat skin, an art book, and the soundtrack. That's what it is. That's what it is. Darth, what's up, Darth? Yeah. Oh, nice, Davey. Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's not like extra content or anything. It's just a little bit more like some skins, art, OST. I wonder how good the OST is though. Because I love soundtracks. I love gaming soundtracks, and it's a long one. You see that? 54 songs, man. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But I'll say this real quick before we finish up the news segment stuff. There's a huge Steam sale right now. Lots of software. Even their Steam Decks are on sale, okay? So if you're in the market for PC gaming stuff, whether it be hardware or software, I highly recommend taking a look at the Steam sale right now. Also, don't forget to get your free games. You've got about 2.5 days left, I think, to grab Dungeon of Nullbeck, which is free currently on Epic, and then Grime Tinge of Terror will be free afterward. And look, guys, I mean, even if you're not a PC gamer right now, all you have to do is log into Epic. This is their desktop site, but you can log into Epic on their website. You just go to Epic's website, Epic Games, go to their website, create an account, and then every week you can just log in and grab their free games that they give away each week. They give away some bangers. And I'm talking, at this point, I've got an incredible amount. I mean, how many games do I have, dude, in my flipping... I think it only says at the end, but I've got over 240 games, okay? And I've paid for like 2 or 3 of these on Epic. And there are a lot of really, really good games they give away. And so even if you're not a PC gamer right now, who knows in the future if you will end up becoming a PC gamer, right? I recommend it personally. So if you just make an account, it costs you nothing. You log in every single week and grab your free games. If at some point in the future you do start becoming a PC gamer, then you'll already have a huge library of games on a platform to start playing, right? It just makes sense, guys. Yep. I mean, you look at my library. They give away a ton of great games. I've got Fallout New Vegas, Payday 2, the Guacamelee games, Breath Edge, Neveralone's a great one, Dying Light Enhanced Edition. There's a ton of stuff, dude. Dishonored. What I mean, dude, I keep it. I bought this one. That's Red Dead 2. I bought that one, but I got it really cheap on here too. Dishonored, Mortal Shell, Fist, Death Stranding, Metro games, all the original Fallout games. There's a ton of stuff, dude. They give away. These are big time games, dude. Fallout 3, Darkwood. I mean, I'm skipping a lot of them too that are actually bangers also, but just like more than some of the more notable ones, Wolfenstein, there's the BioShock, like you were just talking about, Darth. You know what I mean? Maneater. There's Borderlands 3, XCOM 2, Rogue Legacy, Amnesia games. I mean, guys, all the Tomb Raider stuff. I can't recommend it enough. Even if you don't PC game right now, there's a chance in the future you might. and it costs you nothing. And in the day and age where price is a huge obstacle for people, it only makes sense to put you in a position where you'll have great software titles to play if you do work your way into the sphere of PC gaming, right? So go to their website, create an account. It'll take you just a few minutes. You don't have to sign up for any kind of emails. You can opt out of all that. It doesn't cost anything. The games are free. It's easy, man. So I highly recommend doing that. You're just setting yourself up for success in the event you do start doing some PC gaming, okay? Just my recommendation. Take it or leave it. I agree, Darth Moots. I agree, buddy. I agree. That's the Jamalam, guys. That's the news for today, July 3rd. Let's get some music popping off here. We're gonna move on and do some gaming, dude. So for those of you that are new, that's the way this kind of works for us. I start streaming. I stream 6 days a week right now. It used to be 7. I'm taking a day off each week. Wednesdays are a day off for me each week right now to try to work on stuff for the community and maybe even life stuff. But for the stream, the channels, YouTube and Twitch and stuff, and just try to get more stuff done for us. So, but 6 days a week, we always start off. Look at those googly eyes. See, just stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Getting things like that done. Fun stuff for the community. Thanks, Kayla. What's up, friendo? So we always start off at 6 a.m. CST. That's my time CST, which would be like 4 a.m. Pacific or 7 a.m. Eastern time. We always start all the streams off with a video gaming news segment where we look at what's gone on in the gaming industry over the previous 24 hours, try to stay up to date with what's going on in the industry, talk about what's going on in gaming. We have a good time doing that. All of the previous video gaming news segments are actually on our YouTube page, along with some of the more viable, hotter topics that we cover. I cut some of that stuff out and put it out on the YouTube page too, so you can catch all that stuff out on our YouTube channel, along with all of a lot of our playthroughs that we do are on the Twitch channel, the YouTube channel, games that we've played, stuff like that. So we always start off with the news, then we go into our gameplay stuff for the rest of the day. I usually go about 8 or 9 hours average. And so if anybody's checking out this content now or later and you're enjoying it, or any of the other stuff we have out there on the channels, then come hang out with myself, the rest of the amazing people that are part of our community here whenever we do go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day, besides Wednesdays right now. And we just would love to have more like-minded, cool people come be a part of what we do, man. So other than that, happy Monday. Stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we'll catch everybody tomorrow for July 4th edition of Video Gaming News. All right? And I'm a thumb face. God dang. That's some like nightmare fuel right there, dude. It's so bad.